Hey, welcome to my channel. These cards are speaking. So I'm going to do a collective right now. This is for all signs. I'm praying and channeling and asking the divine, asking spirit, what is it that he wants me to say to the people, where you at, what you thinking, what you feeling. And I tried to do this yesterday and was having some technical difficulties, so maybe it wasn't meant to be. So I'm trying it again today. But he was saying, if you're feeling lonely, that you're not alone. There's synchronicities, there's angel numbers, there are signs. You may come into consciousness of a conversation around you. Might not have anything to do with you, but you come in on the part and it speaks to you. You come in the store shopping, and you know how you're shopping, you're doing your thing, and then you just realize that the song is playing, and when you come into consciousness of the song, it's that part of the lyrics it's exactly what you needed. Spirit sending birds. I was at work and a cardinal flew and landed right in front of the door. And it literally took my breath away, because I'm like, wow, like, thank you, Lord. I know that was for me. So just things like that. The Spirit is letting you know that you're not alone, that they're with you. And it's like a big warm hug from them. You know, as we go on this ascension journey and we are growing, we're learning, we're walking away from things that no longer serves us. It can feel lonely out there and we're the only ones, but you're not. For whatever process that you're in right now, it's for a purpose. And you have to find peace in the pain. For whatever part you're going through, wherever you are in your walk, in this ascension, in this growing, in this expansion of the mind, the heart, expansion of your thinking, it's all for a purpose. It's all for a purpose. So just taking a moment, and I'm seeing the Hermit card in my mind, just having a hermit moment and just reflecting on the inside. Why are you feeling this? Where is it coming from? What's triggering it? Why are you being triggered? You know, what are you doing with the trigger? Just rolling in the bed with it, or on your knees with it? Like, how can you transmute that to understanding, so that there'll be healing from that? Now I can pull some tarot. I keep hearing energy. I heard this when I first started, so let's pull one of these. Let's keep hearing energy. Where's your energy? Let's pull one of these just to see, and then we'll get into tarot. I hope you're doing well. Let's do a shuffle. Alright, the energy of the collective. Anxiety. Anxiety, that's number 18. Feeling anxious, feeling alone. You could be feeling every bit of why. Why do I have to go through this? Why am I going through this? And I just feel like if it's part of your journey, if it's part of your healing, this is something that has to be purged from you. This is something that has to come out of you. Something is coming to the surface. So I'm seeing like a pot of silver. It's a cauldron, and it's silver, and all of that dross, or all the impurities that come to the top, and then you can scrape that off. You know, so the dark night of the soul. It's the part of us that we have to look at. The part of us that that mirror is faced to us that we probably don't want to look at because it's painful. You know, it's been something that's been locked away and kept deep down inside. But now it's here to the surface. And you could be having anxiety over it, or the worrying over it, the constant thinking of it. So you give bits and pieces of it to spirit. You address bits and pieces of it. You accept bits and pieces of it until the whole thing is gone. It's just like you can eat an elephant, not all at one time, but you can eat an elephant over time, basically, bits and pieces. I'm not saying to eat an elephant, but you get what I'm saying. You know. Alright, so let's pull some cards. But you're not alone. The Spirit sees and knows everything that you're going through. And the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. You feel like that all you're doing is giving. You're just constantly giving. When is it your turn? When is it your turn? The bottom of the deck is the Fool. When is it going to be your new beginning? When is something going to break? When is it my time? Your time comes during the purge. When those things that's triggering you, you accept. The dark night of the soul could be different for everybody. Whatever's surfacing to the top that needs to be dealt with. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, a tangible beginning. When your time comes, you'll recognize it when it's yours. When the time is correct, or when the time is now. You know, you giving and giving, and it just seems like you're just creating new opportunities for everybody else, and you feel like you're done with that. You're ready to move away from that. Like, you don't want to be the one that always create new opportunities for everybody else. It's like, hey, I'm over here. What about me? Right? As much as we hate to hear it, divine timing. You know, the King of Cups. It's like you have love to give. You have with the Saturn behind it, I feel like you've gone through the lessons. You feel like it's just healing after healing after healing, and yet you still have love to give, and you're still giving love. But when is it going to be reciprocated? When is it going to be reciprocated? There's always going to be healing. There's always going to be lessons. But what happens is we get to a point where it doesn't get us in the mully grubs, or it doesn't get us full of anxiety. And if it does, we quickly move through it because we know that this is just part of the process. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. What you desire and what you're expecting and what you want, it's being poured. It's being poured into a cup, and it's being held just for you. And that eye, spirit sees, he knows, he feels the hurt and the pain that you're going through. And he's filling that cup for you. You're going through the motions. Look at that. You're going through all the phases. And through all of that, he's filling the cup with everything that you need, everything that you desire. It's going to be your turn. It's going to be your turn. The bottom of the deck, the Nine of Swords. You don't have to, I know it's easier said than done, but wondering the when, the how, the why, the when, and the where. You don't have to. You can hold on to this Ace of Cups. That you're going through all of the phases that need it. That God, he sees it all. He's filling up that cup for you. And when that cup comes to you, it's going to be overflowing. It's going to be worth the wait. All right. That's what flipped over is the Sun. Exposure. The elevation. The elevation was the word. Exposure. Illuminated. It's going to be illuminated. Everybody who thought you was down and out. Everybody thought that you was just struggling along. Just like they can't catch a break, or when is it going to be collective's turn? You know, when your cup is filled with everything that you've manifested, everything that you desired, everything that you asked for, everything that you've overcome, and God's filled that cup, and when he pours it out, it's going to burn. You're going to burn with joy. You're going to be burning with joy from the inside. And you're going to be, I see like, recognized. Thank you. I was going to say, I see like a platform. You're standing on the platform. It's not that you're teaching or preaching or anything, but it's like recognized. You're going to be elevated. It's going to be elevated. It's finally going to feel like it's your turn. Let's see what else we have here. The Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. Yep. It feels like you could be all over the place. Given to so much. Options, but yet through all of the options, you see that the promise is there, that rainbow. So even though it's all mixed up with everything and it seems like it's coming at you every which way, that promise is still there, and that's what you hold on to. That's what you hold on to for hope. That's what you hold on to, that God hears your prayers, that he hears your answers. And this cup with the rainbow is the promise. It's this big Ace of Cups right here. So it goes from options and seeming like that promise is so far away to the biggest cup there is. The Three of Cups. I call it me, myself, and I card. That's a celebration within yourself. You, yourself, and I. You guys, you endured. You've overcome. You've stood the test. It's time to celebrate. You know, look, the cups is just overflowing. It's going to be overflowing. It's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be overwhelming with emotion. The bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. That wheel is turning, and it's been turning. It's going one way, it's going the other way, it's going back the other way, it keeps going that way, and you've been wondering, like, is this wheel going to stop in my favor? And it is. And it is. the King of Swords. Truth. Being strategic. Being focused. And no nonsense. You know, time is of the essence. Even though you may get overwhelmed with the anxiety of when and where and how, you know what needs to be done. You have your moment, but you get back on the horse. You get back on there. It's another Saturn in the background. You know, you've overcome it. You know what needs to be done, and you do it. King of Pentacles. You be sitting pretty. That is awesome. You got the King of Cups. You have the King of Swords. You have the King of Pentacles. That's 3. In the bottom of the deck is the Magician. You have 3 kings with this King of Pentacles. You know, everything that you watched over, everything you've been through. Now you'll be sitting pretty, is what I'm hearing. You'll be sitting pretty. Everything that you've been through that's made you who you are, that's made you be stronger, to help you overcome. So that now, yeah, these 2 kings, you were on the ready to go. You're ready to move. You're ready to pounce. I got to be ready. Okay, I got to make some decision. Here, you're chilling. You're sitting pretty. You got your leg crossed. All right, let's get one more. Let's get one more. Oh, I looked at the bottom. Justice. It's going to be equal balance. That was the bottom of the deck. I'll leave that right there. And it's like, look at that. We talked about the Hermit in the beginning, having that Hermit energy, that going within, like dealing with the hurt, facing it. Hold that mirror up and deal with it. Go through that dark night of the soul. I know it hurts. I know nobody wants to go through it, but go through it, grow through it so you can get through it. That's how you get healed of it. But this Justice card, it's like you're not even going to see it coming. You're going to focus again. You're going to be focused on you. You're going to be in a hermit energy. And it's not a state of constantly being in hermit mode. But when these triggers come, when these anxieties come, you're going to go within and deal with it and figure out what it is, how to handle it, what's the purpose, right? Let's get a wisdom. Let's get a wisdom oracle card. Thank you for this message for the collective spirit. I hope it ministers to them. I hope it encourages them. Alright, what is the wisdom for the collective? Release. Release. That is a good one. Release. What do you need to release? Do you need to release the why me? Do you have to release the I don't want to go through this? Why should I? Releasing the I want to skip. What's that reel? It's on Instagram or TikTok. Let's skip to the good part. You know, you have to go through it. That's what makes you who you are. That's what makes you that is what will make you be able to sustain the Ace of Cups. This Ace of Cups embodies everything and it's filled to the brim. In some of the other tarot cards, the Ace of Cups, it's overflowing. You'll see it actually overflowing out of the cup. But to be able to sustain that cup, you have to go through this. You have to go through what hurts to purge all of that from you. That is no longer serving you. It can be a hinder or a trigger for you later down the road. All right. So release. Shadow, gray storm. I can no longer keep your secrets. The legend. Nikita cuts through the graveyard as she rushes home in the wind and rain. She is terrified when shadow, gray storm appears and speaks in her own voice, repeating painful things she has said to herself and others. It's all your fault. I'll never forgive any of you. As she listens in the rain of her own words, she learns it is she who has been making herself miserable. She leaves the graveyard with a changed heart, ready to forgive herself and others. What are you telling yourself? What are you speaking to yourself negatively that could be keeping you here in that spot, in that state of mind? So this is about personal responsibility and release of blame. It's time to clear the debris and move on. You cannot move forward while you continue to hide. And and the part of the dark night of the soul, or dark night of the shadow of the soul, I can't think of the word right now. It's the part of us that we've hidden, that we've kept down, buried. The parts of us that we don't like. That's the part that we need to face. Why is that person there? Why do you have those tendencies? What happened? Right? Release dwelling on past, righteous anger, change in consciousness, judgment day, seeing clearly, hidden truth, great discovery. All right, the meditation. To do this meditation, you must have no distractions. Shadow gray storm simply asks that you sit and listen. In silence, you will hear yourself. If you sincerely seek freedom, shadow gray storm may come to you. And that will allow you to release. Well, collective, the cards have spoken. These cards have spoken. I hope you got something from it. If you did, if it helped you, gave you some type of clarity, even if it triggered you even more, like it and comment. The purpose here is to be healed so we can ascend to a higher level of consciousness, so that we can be better human beings. Till next time.